Kenny Pickett traded from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Philadelphia Eagles in a wild move, very surprising move to see a first-round quarterback who's played for 2 years now just get shipped off. Apparently, he did not like the signing of Russell Wilson, which is crazy because if he thought there was going to be some competition with Russell Wilson, there's going to be real competition, spoiler alert, no competition, with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is younger. Jalen Hurts is better. Kenny Pickett, not sure exactly why he decided to make this move or if it was even his call or if this was just the Steelers shipping him off and saying, hey, man, we don't really care where you go. We're just trying to find a partner, send you, see you later. My favorite Kenny Pickett stat is that he has thrown for more than one touchdown in a game exactly once in his career. That is crazy. Kenny Pickett has been horrible for Pittsburgh. If you look at in totality of his career, underwhelming would be a kind way to put it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
Whoa. Josina Anderson, who is...
So this is Pat McAfee Show, obviously. Apparently this is their live reaction to Kenny Pickett being traded.
Plugged and has been plugged around the NFL for a long time. Connected. Says, breaking. I'm told the Eagles are working to trade for quarterback Kenny Pickett.
Yep.
Rap, I saw you go down to your phone in a quick manner. We got to really showcase that beautiful haircut you have.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah, a lot of product in Ian Rappaport's hair.
That is true.
Wow. Holy shit.
Steelers are sending quarterback Kenny Pickett to the Philadelphia Eagles in a pick swap, sources tell Adam Schefter of ESPN. Once Pittsburgh signed Russell Wilson, Pickett preferred to move on.
And that's the part that's confusing to me because I thought when I first heard Russell Wilson was going to Pittsburgh, I thought this is great for Kenny Pickett. Lets him reset because obviously he wasn't working. Again, ladies and gentlemen, he's thrown more than one touchdown pass once in his career. All right, it was not working. He was not ready to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. He certainly should not have been a first round pick. A lot of people say if he wouldn't have went to the University of Pittsburgh, he would have never been drafted by the Steelers anyways in the first round. So I thought this is great. Pickett can now sit behind Wilson for a year, maybe 2 years. I mean, Russell's 35. Russell's on a weird deal where Denver's paying a lot of it. He's basically on a free trial situation. There's a good chance Russell may be bad again. He was bad in Denver. He could be bad in Pittsburgh. And then after Russell goes and you develop a little bit more, then boom, you're right back to being a starter. It makes no sense to say, I'm not happy about this 35-year-old who more than likely will be here for like 2 years max. I'm not happy about this guy being here. So I'm going to go to the Eagles and I'm going to sit behind a young, at one point, MVP level franchise quarterback. He's never going to play there. So I don't know if his plan is I'm going to go be the backup there for a few years and then hope to get one of those, team takes a chance on me. But why would you say I don't want to compete to possibly be a backup? To go to a situation where you are absolutely for sure the backup. Makes no sense.
So nah.
What did Mac Jones get? 6? Is it a 6?
For Mac?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do we think? There was an exchange for Kenny Pickett.
What did you say? What do I think it was?
Yeah.
Probably a second, if I had to take a guess.
Oh, okay. A second rounder.
A second rounder. Or maybe a wide receiver. Maybe Devonta Smith, if I had to take a guess. Something like that.
Oh, okay. That's what you think. Maybe Jake Elliott. They just signed him to a $24 million deal.
No, Boz is great. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't trade Boz for Ian.
Rap, what was the trade for?
I'm not sure yet.
How's this? Okay, in real time, we're watching this. Okay. So now, first layer of news was boom, Kenny Pickett been traded.
I would say this.
And then the swaps end up coming afterwards from all of you people. You people.
Yeah.
Just blew the doors off of everyone in the building today, and they said we have no reason to even have Kenny around at all.
He wants to play 7 more years.
There are photos now being put on the internet of Kenny Pickett wearing Philadelphia Eagles jerseys in high school.
Yeah, he's a jerk. Turns out he was afraid of a little bit of competition.
Who?
I mean, that's the part that blows my mind. Like the idea that he is afraid of competition. Unless Kenny Pickett has seized the writing on the wall and he played 2 years and said, you know what? I'm not really feeling this whole starter thing. Unless he decided I'm good with the idea of being a career backup. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with holding a clipboard. Sounds like more my speed. Unless he decided that? Because, I mean, if he's afraid of competition, if he doesn't want to compete with Russell Wilson, he sure as hell doesn't want to compete with Jalen Hurts. So maybe this is just a coming to Jesus meeting where Kenny Pickett's decided his new career path is that of a career backup. I don't know.
One quarterback on the roster, and right now it's that guy right there, and that's all we need.
Did you see his
Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long.
I'm not even totally sure what I'm watching right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you. I was expecting some analysis. I was expecting some kind of reaction. I wasn't expecting a karaoke situation. I mean, this is really blowing my mind right here.
No. Kenny don't want to hear that shit ever again.
No, nope.
Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. Car power.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some guys who you can see things and you can see some bright spots and you understand they just needed to develop. And then there's other guys where you're watching them and it's like they are not ready for this league. It was obvious. I mean, you look at these rankings. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all know this. There's only 32 teams. So when you're a starting quarterback for 2 years and you're ranked 42nd, 40th, and 40th, that is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. I mean, to say he's not a starter level player is almost a compliment to Kenny Pickett, because you could say he shouldn't be in the league at all. You could say he's not a backup level player, and I wouldn't argue with that.
NFL seasons, Pickett has the same number of picks that he does touchdown passes. In fact, he's tied with Zach Wilson and Sam Howell for the worst ratio among 42 quarterbacks that have made 10-plus starts in that span. Booger is back, as promised. Boog, what do you make of just what Pittsburgh's done at the quarterback position this week?
Well, Pittsburgh is basically saying, understand this. Kenny Pickett, we appreciate you, and we're going to give you an opportunity to compete. However, we're not going to give you first go at the competition. We're going to give that to Russell Wilson. And from what I can understand, Kenny Pickett said, okay, I'm the incumbent. I should get first deals, but you're not going to give it to me. You're going to give it to the guy that just got here, so get me up out of here. And Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers said, okay, we'll oblige. But, the bottom line is this, when you're a young quarterback and you've been on the field a year or two and you haven't shown the promise to be a franchise quarterback, i.e. Kenny Pickett, i.e. Justin Fields, it really doesn't behoove the organization that drafted you to keep you. And
Fields has been better than Pickett. It's crazy to think that Pickett believes he has any leverage at all to go into the front office and say, whoa, wait a minute. Y'all aren't going to let me be the starter. Y'all aren't going to allow me to be the number one and then Russell to have to take the job from me. Like, what does Kenny think he's done at his time in Pittsburgh to warrant that? How does he not look at the 2 years and the performance he's had and say, okay, I understand why I'm in a quarterback competition? But then, like I said, to just totally balk at the idea of competing, because there is not a competition. Like, there is not a competition with him and Jalen Hurts at all. So if he didn't, maybe he just didn't like the front office. Like, maybe he just didn't like what was going on with Pittsburgh within the locker room, within, from the coaches and whatnot, because it doesn't seem like this is just about playing time. That doesn't seem the case, unless Pittsburgh and him just had a falling out, and Pittsburgh said, "Listen, brother, we could care less about your future. We could care less about where you want to go. We could care less about any of that stuff. We're just making a move, and then see you later."
And so we're seeing it in Chicago where they're trying to move Justin Fields. We just saw it in Pittsburgh where they moved Kenny Pickett. If you haven't shown us in a year or two that you can get it done, we're going to move on and find somebody else, because the premise to win is to win now, and these young quarterbacks aren't getting it done.
Well, I think, too, there's a shift in thinking with front offices where before you draft a quarterback, you let them develop. You basically give them their contract. You give them time, whether it's good or bad. Now, it's so quick. You can tell with these players. You can tell, like, all right, this guy isn't going to work. This guy can't do it. And then teams are really quick to say, okay, we accept you're a bust. Okay, we accept you can't do this. Okay, we accept the development isn't there. We're ready to move on. We saw it with the Patriots, with Mac Jones. And Mac Jones was way better at times than Kenny Pickett. Mac Jones' rookie season by itself is better than anything Kenny Pickett has done. But the Patriots said, okay, writing's on the wall. We're good with moving on. See you later. It happens. I mean, the Jets and Zach Wilson. And you could argue Zach Wilson got way more chances than he should have. So teams are just, they're way faster with reacting, which I think is better, for fans. Fans I don't think just because you draft a quarterback, you have to say, all right, well, I mean, we're locked into 3 years of just complete below average play or no development or whatever. We're locked into that. So I think it's good that teams are much more willing to make moves. I mean, we just saw it with Washington with Sam Howell, where Sam Howell got a legitimate shot. And he did, again, he was way better at times than Kenny Pickett. But Washington said, we don't really think there's much here. They see them every single day. I tell people that all the time. They don't just see these players in games. They see them in practice and training camp and OTAs, how they're walking around the locker room, how they're handling the locker room, how they're handling the media. They see all that stuff. So after 2 years of that kind of monitoring, if a team says this just ain't it, we know what is a starting MVP level, Pro Bowl quarterback, and this isn't it. So teams moving quickly is better than teams that just keep a quarterback around just to keep him around.
Oh, by the way, it remains that Wilson is the only quarterback on the roster for now. He's just signed to a one-year deal. They do still have the 20th overall pick in the draft, the same spot where they selected Pickett just 2 years ago. Okay,
Crazy.
It's official.
Crazy stuff in Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know, what do you think about this, especially if you're a Steelers fan? Are you sad to see Pickett go? Did you think there was something there? I'd be kind of surprised if you did after seeing some of those stats. So let me know. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.